is going on?
So yeah, this is how this new way of critiquing art works. It goes a little bit something like this. I didn't like She-Hulk. That means you're a hateful bigot! I didn't think Sound of Freedom was the best movie ever made. That means you support sex trafficking! Both are wrong. Both are stupid. Let's stop it. This is all nonsense, and it's happening all around us from all sides, left, right, Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, Green, other. It's just clouding our vision. Like, we can't actually see a movie for what it is anymore because it's just like this fart cloud of wokeness. I can't see through it. I can't see through the fog. Is this a good movie or not? I don't know. But I'm sure you know, so comment your comment in the comments and tell me how absolutely fucking wrong I am. I'll be reading every single one, I swear. So now you have these left-wing and right-wing activists parading around like real-life film critics. And it's become to the point where we can't have an actual constructive conversation, even just a conversation in general about anything when there's some sort of politics intertwined into a movie, even if there isn't. Discussing film used to be like, oh, how I adored the pacing and the suspense and the performances and the character arcs and how, the story made me feel, how the characters grew from the predicaments they found themselves in. But now, instead of just, talking about those things, you have to mention and have a strong, solid opinion on the film's diversity in front of and behind the camera. Now, certain film critics or fans feel like they have to praise and or condemn a movie based on, diversity.
Oh, shit.
It often feels like people who claim to be fans of Captain Marvel and She-Hulk, well, they're actually just fans of what she represents, and they're just doing it to piss off and trigger these so-called He-Man woman haters. So yeah, these people that claim to be fans, they actually like just the existence of these superheroes. And you know what? That's totally fine. But it has created this new fandom, this new way of critiquing art, and eventually this new wild way of critiquing cinema. It unfortunately turned a lot of us into, for lack of a better word, enemies, creating this cinematic civil war amongst fans and film critics alike. And it's become more about politics than quality of the picture. Yeah, I guess the best way to describe it is a civil war, just like that one movie Civil War, or that other movie Civil War, or that other movie called Civil War. And this is all extremely unfortunate because I wanted to like Captain Marvel. Like, I don't like not liking things, especially superheroes. Like, I was rooting for her. She-Hulk too. And those other ladies.
And the best thing about the future, it hasn't happened yet.
I don't want to hate any movie. I want every movie to be good. I found myself hoping for franchises to fail, and I hated it. I am guilty of this. I am a lifelong fan of film, but for the first time ever, I was rooting for failure. It was like I wanted these new installments to be bad. Because it was fucking hilarious when Madam Web tanked, right? And that's not good. I should want Madam Web to be a good movie. I should want to watch that. But no. It's like, maybe this will teach them a lesson. Maybe they'll learn their lesson through this mess of a movie. But yeah, but wait! It was also hilarious, even more hilarious, when Morbius failed! Morbius! But you know what? That is true equality because men have been making shit forever, and now it's women's turn to make shit. So, congratulations everyone. We're all equally shitty. And you know what I love about... Shut up! You woke bird! You tweeting at me on X. This is when the Second Amendment would... No, don't. And you know what I love about the art of cinema is that it's still a very new art form. It's still, you know, the wild, wild west out there. Like, we don't actually really know how to do it. There are no real rules, but now they've enforced rules. So it's gonna be a long, bumpy road until we truly find our way in this new wild, wild west of new Hollywood. Because it is like the wild, wild west out there. There's some law, there's some order, but it's still like, you know, you can get away with things in cinema. That's the beauty of it, is that it changes. It has no rules. But if you bring on rules, whether or not these rules have the best of intentions, that doesn't matter. That's anti-art, that is anti-cinema. And if the story calls for diversity, if the story calls for good wokeness, then it will happen. Then it will occur because we need it. But if it's fake, if it's forced, when it's real, we won't believe it. And I want to believe. And these rules, well, they've affected, you know, the Academy Awards. They've changed their rules. They have new rules now. So in order for you or your movie to qualify for an Oscar, you have to check off certain boxes in front of and behind the camera. The Academy Awards are dictating how artists create and how businesses operate and who they hire and why they hire them. Your cast, your crew, your story will be judged on the skin color and the sexual preference of people in front of and behind the camera. Like, I don't know, I've been on a few movie sets and I haven't walked around being like, who do you like to be romantic with? Camera person? Hey you, what is your skin color? Oh, now I see. I never do that. All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone raise your hand, line up here if you're this type of person. That's never worked out well. Remember that scene in Pleasantville where Jeff Daniels is told how to paint and what colors he can and cannot use? Remember that scene? So now, somehow, controlling how artists make their art has become progressive? Like, we've progressed so far that progressiveness has caved in on itself, and now we have become the mad mob of Pleasantville, but it's just so much less pleasant. Like, the Academy has freaking rules now. Like, it's not just like you have to be shot on this certain film stock. No, it's like you have to have this certain person. And you know what? Unless it's like a romance film, I'm actually not thinking about the character's sexuality, like, at all. I'm not going like, I wonder what they like. So, like, apparently in Shazam 2, there's a kid in there and his character is gay. And it's like, yeah, sure, that's fine, but like, I never ever even thought about whether that kid was gay or straight because I don't think about a child's sexuality. But that's just me, and especially because who that child is attracted to, loves, and accepts has nothing to do with the story of Shazam 2. I've watched parts of it. At least those parts had nothing to do with sex. They were just like fighting monsters. And I wasn't thinking about those monsters' sexuality either. They were pretty straight. And if I don't have an opinion on it, or if I have the wrong opinion on it, I'm the worst person in the world. Shazam! Because now, according to these confused scholars, criticizing or questioning equals hate. I have some questions about that, but I can't ask them, because then I'll be hating. Like a hater. And I hate that.
Guys, this is no time for secrets, okay? We have to tell them the truth. We're superheroes!
I'm gay. Yeah, I'm really starting to see the appeal. Before we continue with our video, here's a reminder to click the Store tab on any of our JoBlo channels and browse our collection of the latest and freshest designs in our merch store. Go get you some.
So now, instead of defending your opinions on cinema, your political stance is brought into this. It just becomes a contest of how mega tolerant you could be. Like, I gave this movie 20 million stars because I liked it that much. And you're like, what? That's Ghostbusters, the girl one. You didn't actually like it, did you? No, I just want girls to like me. And yes, representation, it can be good, but it doesn't make the movie good. And you know what? It doesn't make the movie bad either. So it's an exciting, scary time to be an artist or a storyteller, but it's also a scary, exciting time to be a critic, because there's new technologies, new rules, new ways of watching, new ways of judging and critiquing art are popping up with every tweet at every comic convention. And I hope that filmmakers and film critics are able to embrace and rebel against all of this. We must embrace wokeness and reject wokeness at the same time in order to find a true balance, in order to have a real conversation about what it really means. It's like, in order to truly believe in God, you must question his existence. And that's not what this video is about. So we must find a perfect, natural balance to create beautiful cinema for everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
So we as humans, we are still learning. We're still trying to figure each other out. We're still trying to paint the best rhino on the cave wall. But now we have to worry about, if the rhino is the right color, or we have to worry about who the rhino likes to have sex with, or we have to worry about if this rhino is a vegan, or maybe it's not even a rhino at all. Maybe it's a unicorn. But you know what? I don't care. As long as the unicorn or ancient rhino is painted well. And maybe, just maybe, I've lived long enough to see myself become the villain. Which I kind of literally did in She-Hulk. Like, they made people who don't like She-Hulk are the bad guys. Like, okay, thank you. We're supposed to like that? I don't like She-Hulk, but does that mean I'm one of them? I guess according to you, I am. Which makes you a villain. Which makes us all villains, and it's just like, there ain't no good guys in this anymore, so let's just make good movies. There's an idea.
This can't possibly be where this season was going.
So, in today's political climate, it feels like, you're being judged by hashtags or an anonymous mob who will call you the worst things imaginable just for not liking a movie. And you know what? You don't have to like movies. You don't. You don't have to like any of the movies. And that's why they make so many damn movies. In all my years, I've gained a certain wisdom, and if it's one thing I know, it's that you can lead a straight, white, cis male horse to water, but you can't make him like the girl Ghostbusters. I miss the days where, you just sit down in your seat at the theater and you just shut up and you would drink your beer and you would eat your popcorn and you would watch the movie. But now my beer looks like this and my popcorn looks like this.